Hey there, class. Mr. Pusky here. Hope you're having a good day so far. We're continuing with 7.3 today. This is day 1. Day 2 may or may not be covered. We'll see what happens. Hello. Yeah, so this lesson we're trying to use the proportions and the proportionality and ratios of similar right triangles to be able to solve for missing side lengths, okay? So we have a warm-up here. It says write a similarity statement for the two triangles. So why don't you guys go ahead and pause the video and see how you do. All right, so for this one, this is what I did, but really any combination of these letters, as long as they're correct, will be fine. I did triangle MNL is similar, just one little squiggly is similar, to triangle UVT. So I did 3 arcs. Oh, it was 1 second here. We did 3 arcs, no arcs, 2 arcs, okay? So as long as you did consistently around there, and you can see we did 3 arcs, no arcs, 2 arcs for this one, okay? So it is kind of important to kind of be able to identify what angles and sides match up here, okay? All right, let's move on here. So in this section, we're doing kind of like these intersecting kind of, there's going to be 3 total similar triangles in this diagram. So we have the big triangle, we have the medium triangle, which is like made up in the middle here, and we have the small triangle, okay? Do that. So yeah, so then these are all going to be similar to each other, basically, okay? If they are kind of all within the same right triangle like this, and they all kind of intersect in a certain way, they're going to be similar. And similar means that they have the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do an example. So it says identify the 3 similar triangles in the diagram and write a statement of similarity. And so yeah, there's going to be 2 ways we can do this. I'm going to show you the first way, which I think is it's helpful if you're having problems visualizing it. Otherwise, you can just make a table. So we're going to do some drawings first, and then we'll make a table for some other ones, okay? So first thing we have the big triangle, and I'll outline that in black, okay? So I like to draw all my triangles. This is the large triangle, okay? I like to draw them all kind of like this, okay? So there's the right angle. And so we have to kind of reorient it in our head to kind of figure out, you know, where the sides and stuff match up here. So you can see that F is the kind of the medium angle, G is the right angle, and H is the small angle. All right, then we have the medium triangle, which is this one right here. You can see it's kind of like in the middle there. And we're going to do the same thing. Okay, the medium-sized triangle. And for this one, we're going to draw it the same way, so we can kind of visualize which ones match up here, okay? Because all the triangles are kind of rearranged in here. So for this one, we have G is up here, we have J down here, and we have H over here. That's the right angle. And the last one we have is a small triangle right here. And that's a small triangle. And for that one, again, we're going to draw them all the same direction. So the right angle's down here. So we have G is the small angle, F is the medium angle, and J is the right angle. So now if we take this information and we write a similarity statement, well, we can just kind of see they're all going to kind of match up, right? So we have, let's do, yeah, FGH, okay? Triangle FGH. Triangle FGH is similar to triangle, what would the other one be? If we went kind of down, we went FGH, so we're going to do triangle GJH. And the last one we're going to do is triangle FJG. Okay? All right, sounds good. Why don't you guys go ahead and do the same thing for the checkpoint, and I also want you to label the sides. So for example, you can see down here that NL is 5, so I want you to label NL in the drawings that NL is 5. Go ahead and do the drawings and write a similarity statement like we just did. All right, let's do this. So big triangle. So we have the large, I'm just going to put an L for a large triangle. So we have this triangle was NLM. Here's the right angle. We know NL is 5. We know NM is 13. And LM is 12. The medium triangle was, do the same kind of drawing. So the medium triangle is right here. So we don't know, so this is going to be P is the right angle, L is this angle, and M is this angle. Do we know any sides for that one? Well, we know LM is 12. And we also know that, we actually don't know PM because PM is part of the entire thing, which is 13, right? We gotta be careful with that. And the small triangle, okay, small triangle is this one right here. And we know that this one is NL, let's see here. So N is up here, P is the right angle, and L is this angle. And we know that NL is 5. Do we know anything else about that triangle? We don't. So, yeah, so it's just good to be able to label the sides here. If you got something similar to this, you're in good shape. Now let's write a similarity statement. So triangle NLM is similar to, the medium triangle would be triangle LPM, which is similar to triangle what? Then we have triangle, looks like NPL. All right, sounds good. Still checking my notes here. Looks like we're good. Okay, so that is one way you can go ahead and do these problems, is you can go ahead and just draw them out and kind of match up the sides. Okay? All right, so we are going to do the same thing. We got like 3 examples here. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing for this next example, but we're gonna do it like 2 different ways here, okay? So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we're identifying the similar triangles and we're finding the value of x. Okay, it says take what we know and apply it for the missing lengths, and so to redraw the triangles and find a pair of matching sides. Then we're going to use a proportion, proportion to solve. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw them. We're also going to do a little table just so you guys can see both. Okay, so the large triangle, let's just draw these kind of small here. Okay, so we've got the large triangle. This is the right angle. So the short leg is 6, the long leg is 8, and the hypotenuse is 10. The medium triangle. Medium triangle is this one right here. Short leg is x, hypotenuse is 8, and we don't know this length down here. And yeah, actually we need to label these too. So this would be F. D, and this would be E. Over here would be D, G, and F. And then the small triangle. For the small triangle, we have this right angle here, and it's this triangle. So we have F is the right angle. We know D is the small angle, and G is the big angle, or the medium angle, and we know that the hypotenuse is 6. Okay, oh, and that the long leg is x. All right, so, yeah. Okay, we identified the similar triangles here. So let's go ahead and do a similarity statement. So we have triangle GDF. Is that an E? I think it should be an E. Oh, it's an E. Whoops. Okay, that's an E. I goofed up there. So GDE. GDE. Okay, is similar to triangle DFE. Yep, we're good. And that's similar to triangle GFD. Okay, so these are all the matching things here. All right, so what we're going to do when we're solving these is we're going to set a proportion, okay? So we need 2 pairs of matching sides that are both, that are numbers and one that has x in it, okay? So what do we think here? Do you see a pair of matching sides that are both numbers here? I'm looking and I see the medium and the small are not going to work because we have 8 and x, which don't match up with x and 6 in the other one. So I think we're probably going to use the large and medium triangles here, okay? So I do see that 6 matches with x, and what other pair of matching sides do we have? we have 10 and 8. So knowing that, we can set up a proportion, right? So the way I can set this up is I can do short leg over short leg, 6 over x, right? Equals, and then do 10 over 8, okay? Because those are, yeah, they match up. They're matching sides. And, yeah, corresponding sides are going to be proportional, which means we can set them equal. All right, how do we solve this now? Cross multiply, so we get 10x equals 48, divided by 10, okay? And x equals 4.8, okay? Now, I'm going to show you, it's basically going to be the same way to solve it here. So 4.8 is the correct answer. But we can also do something a little bit different, is we can set up a kind of a table, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the large triangle, okay? Oops, let's do this. Large triangle. We can do the short leg, the long leg, and the hypotenuse, okay? And we can also do the medium triangle is red, and the small triangle is blue, okay? It's not gonna be perfect, but it kind of gives you an idea here. So by doing this, we can kind of list what we know about the lengths instead of having to draw them out every time, okay? So for the large triangle, what was the short leg of the large triangle? Well, that was 6, right? What was the long leg? It was 8, and the hypotenuse was 10, okay? How about the red triangle? Well, we know that the hypotenuse was 8, and the short leg was x. We don't know this, okay? And the last thing we know is for the small triangle, the hypotenuse was 6, and the long leg was x, but we do not know this, okay? So sometimes this like visualization makes it a little bit easier to see. So what we did is we did 6 and x, these match up, and then we did 10 and 8. And so I think the table is kind of nice to be able to visualize like what's going to match up and what we can use to solve. So basically you could do 6 over x equals 10 over 8, and that would have worked. We could have also done x over 8 equals 10 over 6, okay, because those also match up in the long leg and hypotenuse of these large and small triangle. So if that helps you too, let's just try that. 8 over x equals 10 over 6. Cross multiply, we get 10x. See how we got the same thing, equals 48. We divide by 10, so you get the same thing. So if the drawings, while they do help you visualize like the triangles, if this helps you visualize the sides that match up better for solving, feel free to do that. Okay, so why don't you guys go ahead and do checkpoints 2 and 3. I would encourage you to try, I think for this one I'm going to use the drawing of the triangles, and for this one down here I'm going to use the table. So why don't you guys go ahead and give them a try, make sure you're comfortable with both. All right, so the big triangle, the large triangle here. Let's draw these. Large triangle, right angle. We got 4, 6, and 8. Medium triangle. We have we have right angle here. Triangle's this. So the hypotenuse is 6. The short leg is x. We gotta label our angles here too. This is E, F. That's F. Yep. This is F, and this is H. For the big triangle, this is G, E, and H. And the small triangle in blue, this one right here, we have G, E, the right angle, and, no, that's F actually, my bad. And this is E. Now, what do we know about that triangle? Well, we have the hypotenuse is 4, and the long leg is x. Okay. So for this one, what are we thinking here? Let's find some matching sides. So I would say I'm liking, what do I do for this one? 6 over x. 8 over 4. Okay, let's do this. So we did the large and medium triangles before. Let's do the large and small triangles, because you can see we have 8 and 4. We need one pair of matching sides that are both numbers. And then we also have 6 and x that work, right? But you could also have done like, 4 and x over here and 8 and 6. That also would have worked, okay? We have 6 over x equals 8 over 4. Cross multiply, we get 8x equals 24. Divide by 8, x equals 3. The answer with that one would be x would equal 3. Okay? All right. And this will just want you to solve the similar triangles in the diagram, but I thought it'd be helpful just to get practice with solving too. Okay? Cool. All right. So we did those two. Okay, excellent. Let's do the same kind of problem here, where we're going to use a table now instead of a drawing, just to kind of be comfortable with this. So we have the large triangle, the medium triangle, and the small triangle. We have short leg, long leg, and hypotenuse. Okay. So let's look what we know here. For the large triangle, I see that the short leg is 16, the long leg is 18, and the hypotenuse is 32. I'm sorry, I'm going to pause here. I don't think I'll let you guys try this one. If you guys want to try this one, if you didn't try it yet, feel free. Otherwise, we'll keep going. All right, the medium triangle. So large triangle was this right here. The medium triangle is this one right here. So for this one, all we know for the medium triangle, the short leg is x, the long leg we don't know, and the hypotenuse is 18. And the last one, the small triangle, all we know is the hypotenuse is 16, it looks like. All right. I don't think, oh, we know that the long leg is x. We don't know this. Okay, so we need a pair of matching sides here and angles. So what I think we're gonna do, I'm gonna match up short leg to short leg, and yeah, and then we'll do, let's see here. Yeah, short leg to short leg and hypotenuse to hypotenuse. So if we do 16 over x, okay, the short legs match up, equals the hypotenuse together. So we have 32 over 18. Okay, that's an equal proportion. Because they're similar figures, the sides are going to be proportional. So 16 will match with x, and 32 will match with 18. And then we cross multiply. We're going to get 32x equals, multiply those together, we're going to get 288 divided by 32. X is going to be equal to 9. All right, sounds good. We're just solving for missing lengths here. Okay, that should be all I have for this lesson for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and we will talk soon.